Hello, hello. It's Wild once again with more, I guess more practice, because that's basically what we're doing. We're just practicing art. We're doing the best we can with the tools we got. Last time we did some donuts, we did some shapes, but these sort of streams are just more of a thing for me, less for you. But yeah, you can see the little progress as I make little circles, make little lines. Going through today a harder challenge, I guess. Still the same thing I said yesterday, though. I'm going to be working on this thing. So I'm going to try to work on lines, and basically, although it's not necessarily telling me that this tutorial that I should try to copy this, I think it's a good way to practice lines, to try to emulate something like this. So that's what I'm going to try. Is it going to go well? Probably not, but we'll see how it goes. This one's a bit of a rectangle, right? So let's go to our corner, as we usually do. And let's pull out our tablet. And we will get to drawing. Need to move this a little bit off the side. New image. Please. Not exactly enough. A3 seems too big. But we'll do that. So here we have our canvas. We're going to be working on line work. So most of these lines, as far as I can tell, seem to be pretty much pencil. So I guess we're really doing only one pass. Definitely do want to have at least something in the background. Oh, I have this flipped. I need to fix it. Doot. Yep. Line work seems kind of flat, so maybe something bigger. Hello there, Will. How you doing? Just trying to figure out how we're doing this one. We're gonna try to copy this line work done by... Actually, it doesn't say who it's done by, but it is a line work. Again, it's gonna be tried to be copied by me by sight. So like, I'm gonna try to sight copy it. So I can get used to the lines, I guess. I don't put enough pressure, it's very small. Good luck for this one? Yeah, I know. Definitely does not look easy. Probably be all that we spent today working on. The main thing is to try to get the proportion right, because... So let's do a first rough. There's the full size. So we know that the kind of neck is here. Sort of face and body takes the majority of this. there's the headpiece. Doing this to get a size sort of idea. By way of like the half point, there's a facial thing that kind of blocks most of it. Then it goes up. Kind of takes the part of the head. It looked like an ear. The big one that kind of comes out. Hair. The lines over here are pretty small. Neck is actually kind of tiny. These are just additional lines. This is the sort of shape I get. I think it's a little bigger. The head actually ends about here. Oops. This is about where the head ends, and this is where the headpieces start. That's where it begins getting covered. It's all a lot of cover, a lot of cover. This detail, I don't even fucking know how I'm drawing this. This is insane. This part over here is insane. The amount of line work in between each other. Lips. Bottom lip. Waiting for the chin. Eyebrow. There is a counter eyebrow here. And then we have lines. So she actually has hair too. She has hair that comes out down here. That's the rough. This is basically the rough. This gives me an idea of the proportions of what I have to do. Lower the opacity of this very much so. We have an idea of proportions. Maybe we should try to break down into parts. The thing is, I don't know how. I don't exactly know how artists break things into parts and draw them in sort of still in a way that they kind of mesh together. Here, what I thought I'd be doing, given the fact it's a lot of line work, is just try to first go with the outside. So that way I go with the outside, start focusing on the basic details. Start with the face. We can certainly try. Did you say like make the entirety of the head? I feel like already my sketch has a bit of an angle, so it's already a little different than what the actual portrayal is. So, assuming that rather the head level. Okay, well, let's try to emphasize the shape of. I'm in the wrong layer. Emphasize the shape of the head. So you also know what part goes where. Okay. So we'll do lines like this for now. I'm not doing actual line art yet. This is the head. Does this match the location of where the head is? About a little lower. That's fine. I guess. Then eyebrow kind of goes at a point. And you can do the neck and neck, and you have your base. After this, you can add guidelines to help you draw the nose, eyes, etc., when doing the hairs and accessories. Guidelines are when you do something like this, right? You pick a face and find wherever the half point is, then do another line for where the eyes are, right? Okay. Good to know. So right now we just have a basic head shape. The head is bald. The lines are rough, not gonna lie. If we fluent by... I don't know about that. I don't know about your enthusiasm. But anyway, here we have the face. The line is very rough, obviously, but now I'm gonna try drawing a bit of the facial features. Okay. That eye is basically completely uncovered, so that's why I'm drawing that one. So, I make a guideline for this. Well, I want to do it in another layer, so to take over this one. And I kind of want to... I'm going to right over this one, do a circle, or do a head shape. Okay, that's not a great head shape right there, but we do little by little, I guess. I find that a lot easier to just do dribble shape like this. But I'm trying to practice lines, not strange eldritch shapes. Damn it. Okay, take that off. Right, so we can see that mouth is somewhere like that, and the eyes are somewhere like that. Against drawing partial eyes, this way you'll be able to tell if a face eye looks wrong. Nope, you're the first one to get it there, idiot box. As usual. How you doing, by the way? Do you recommend not doing an eye? Like, not doing a partial eye? Didn't see the eye? Yeah, it's something that we do in this stream. So... you want me to draw this other eye? What you're telling me? Well, I'm in the wrong way. Fully for the future? Okay. Can hide this one. I'm gonna... So I feel like one thing you can do is just take the existing eye and copy it. The one thing obviously is that because we're at an angled perspective, I feel like this eye would be a little longer. Wait, then we need the basic eye shape, I guess, and go with, we can see that there is a bit of what I presume it's supposed to be the eyebrow. Very thick eyebrows you got there, lady. Even though I'm the one drawing them. Yeah, I can't get quite the perspective on the eyebrow well. Exactly, the problem with copy pasting is that you have to transform the copy part if the face isn't starting straight ahead. I see. I'm looking at an angle. The angle is... I'm looking at an angle. It's already like this, not far away. This one should also be far away like that. So this eyebrow actually should be like this? Can't be right. I feel like it would be straight, right? On the angle that you're seeing it. We'll do that. Then we need to do the nose. Nose is actually, because we're seeing it from an angle, the nose is a little bit off the center, so that way it makes it a little bit of depth. You're slowly rebuilding your point well. Yeah, that's good to hear there, Idiot Box. Doing the best you can to get all those eggs once again into your egg basket. You got a big chin. So we need to fix this. This doesn't match that. When the time comes I'm feeling generous, I can nuke you into the ground. Why? Why would you want to nuke me all the time? So, obviously I made the shape oblong, but I feel like this is actually like this. I noticed that in this drawing, you can use the nose bridge for a continuation of the nose to help you where the eye should be. As you can see, the drawing sketch. I feel like if you basically put yourselves down to it, you probably do okay there, Idiot Box. I think it's a matter of practice. I don't think drawing is one that... I mean, there is people who are extremely talented, and a lot of people are jealous of them. But I do think a lot of art is also just, you know, getting down to it. You gotta do it. If you don't do it, then you're never gonna get good at it. A lot of artists basically get disdained a lot by the fact that people will say, "Oh, you're so good," but if you never actually do it, then does it really matter? Most talented man in the world isn't gonna do anything if you never practice it. So here's the face. I think the angle's wrong for me. So there's the basic eye. Yeah, I think the angle is downwards. So this eye should actually be lower. About here maybe? This is a lot more chin than I thought. You can always readjust faces. Well, I'm pretty sure most people can. I don't know. I don't know how well I can readjust a face. Can I give you a facelift, lady? Would you like a facelift? You try to show us one of these days on the Discord your pixel art there, Idiot Box. See what you've been up to. If you don't feel too self-conscious about it, that is. Yeah, the face is not oriented correctly. Guess I'm just gonna have to erase and retry it. This eye looks okay. This eye... These lines are not correct. This nose is too high over this nose. Pencil? Closer to that, I guess. I really should not worry about that detail right now. Mostly learned because I tried to make a few games. Oh, that's something. What kind of games did you try to make at some point there, Idiot Box? What kind of games were you up to during your free time? We'll have an ad in about a minute, so beware, everyone. An angle of that smile, does it? Peek. Simple stuff, it's good for training. Oh, I just had a great sense of deja vu, like I almost had experienced this in the past once again. Don't know if you ever experienced deja vu, but my god. Welcome back from the ad. Weirdly enough, your comment has triggered a extreme sense of deja vu for whatever reason. Like if I had already lived this once already. My fate. Live permanently in this circle that is life. I don't know, I feel like the chin is not very well defined, is it? I feel like chin would go just a bit under the lip, but it kind of doesn't make like that. I get deja vu every other week. Same. I don't know, it's a weird combination in which basically I got the deja vu from both your comment about making pixel art, me drawing at the same time, which had never really happened before, and then seeing Will also being in the chat, which is a weird sense of like, well, three things that basically were in this weird feeling that I already had experienced before are present. That always makes me wonder if we are in a simulation and somebody just reset the machine. And basically that's why we experience it. We basically just have our memories erased, but we still have a feeling, like a machine generally does, that something was off. Something has changed. I don't know. Can't get this bottom thing to look right. This looks off anytime I try drawing it. Sure, we'll stick with that. So there's the face. Make another layer. This one will be things on top of the face, I guess. I want to start with the outside. Now, this one's definitely more copying than anything. I feel like this one I can take a little more artistic liberties. Not that I already could take as many liberties as I want, because this is basically my drawing, but nonetheless. Very messy line work. Sometimes I feel like I listen to the same conversation while starting at the scene at the same time. I don't know, sometimes they say that deja vu is sort of like your memories reconfiguring, but I don't know. I've had it happen many times in my life in which I always experienced or felt like I was experiencing something again for the second time. Take the messy layer out. Kind of distracted me from drawing this bottom section. I don't know, I feel like this is done by someone extremely talented, and now it's been basically poorly done by somebody who's just pretending to know how to draw things. That's how it feels sometimes. I guess I could try to clean up the lines once I feel a little more confident, but I don't know. Right now we're just emulating what we see. Trying our best to copy, I guess. That starts rolling back into. I never like copying others' artwork since it never quite looks the same for me, so it ends up being frustrating. Yeah, I imagined, because it's not your own, right? You're trying to emulate somebody else's line work and style, and you're just trying to do the best. So I'm doing it for practice, I'm doing it for learning. And obviously it's gonna be a mess, not gonna lie. Is it gonna be at all like it looked like? No. Is it gonna even be like a cheap copy? Probably not. It's gonna be like a Temu copy. Like, ah yes, this definitely was drawn by the artist. They show you the Temu version of the art. And it feels like I'm spending time on details that I don't know if they'd matter when it comes to the artist's process, but I don't know. I just like drawing happy little lines. Drawing the lines however they go. Well, isn't deja vu the feeling of knowing? that you've experienced something, or can you confirm that you've known something? One thing is to be, I guess, sort of knowing for sure. Okay, well, there's that part of the hair. I need to draw this second part of the hair. Kinda starts here. With most of the eye covered. Kind of actually goes to the smile, now that I think of it. But if that's the case, this entire eye doesn't actually get seen at all. Even if I pull it back a bit. Goodbye, second eye. By the day I reach 30, you don't think I look like a shrimp? Well, you can keep monitoring my posture. It is a reward on the thing. You want it to make sure I do not shrimpify. As I said, I actually look at the screen when I'm drawing. My tablet doesn't actually have a viewing angle, so I have to basically draw, and then I have to basically see where it's lined up on the thing. I'm not looking at the tablet because there's nothing to look at the tablet, so basically empty. I know that yesterday somebody commented about that they were not used to drawing on a tablet that doesn't actually reflect what you're seeing. I once won a match of RTS because I suddenly knew every move my opponent would do because I dreamed of that exact moment down to the second. Ref, is it considered cheating if he somehow has temporal powers to see what's already happened in the past and in the future? I don't know. Gonna have to disqualify you for that there, idiot box. Using time manipulation to play games doesn't seem very fair to your opponents who are temporarily locked. Can't see into the fifth dimension, you see. I don't know where to go from here. I have the hair. I think I'm gonna have to remove this eye. But maybe just do a freeform tool. Cut it. Wait, cutting on the wrong layer. Cut it. New layer, paste it. Guess I did not need to do that. Right, now I can hide it so I can work on not being distracted by the eye. I had that dream of 5 years ago. A long time ago. Yeah, I've had feelings of deja vu in my life. I don't think they've ever actually helped me, but I've always thought that they were very neat. Very, very neat. Oh, am I painting on the face layer? No painting on the face layer. Is that perfect? No way. Again, this is like a crude sketch of a crude sketch, I feel. But I guess if we focus too much on the details, we'll never get this done, so... we probably just try to do the best we can with what I see. Try to emulate it, but not necessarily copy it. Will it look good? Probably not. But that's not neither here nor there. I feel like what they do after that is just pick another line inside. Pick another line inside. This is how they do their shading, I think. Texturing. They do lines to make it seem like it's hair. As long as it looks great to you, I say it's accomplished. Well, I don't know if I have the skill to make it look as good as I want to yet. I know that I definitely may not have the patience for this specific piece to make it look as good as I want to. So instead, we're just having fun with it. We're just doing a few lines, trying to replicate shape by sight to the best of our ability. And if that doesn't work, well, hell be damned. Hell be damned. We're all not experts on everything we get to the first time, right? Did you ever pick up something and basically said, "Oh my god, I am a pro"? I don't think that happens very often. I sometimes do that with games, but not very often, let's say. Sort of depends on the happenstance. I mean, I have a tale to say in which I had a few friends many years ago in which basically we went bowling. I don't know if anybody doesn't know what bowling is, well then I really can't help you there. But the first game of bowling, I did terribly. Like absolutely, out of my group of 4 friends, I did the worst. And it was bad by a massive scale. Like, we're talking about, I don't know, like 40, 50 point difference. Like, it was really bad. Like, I basically was just so bad at it that basically there was no hope that I would ever catch up. And I didn't. In that game, I did not. However, they said, "Hey, let's play another one." And I was like, "Okay, I'll play." But weirdly enough, at that point, something clicked in me. Something that it only happened then, because I don't think, again, it could have just been completely serendipity. And then I was somehow doing strikes, doing what's the terminology for doing spare, doing spares, doing full strikes. So somehow I went from a point disparity of like, I think I had like 80 points in the first game to about 200 in the next one. Or probably not 200, but like 180. Which basically meant that my entire group of friends went from like, oh, he's gonna lose so bad in the first game to like, oh my god, he creamed all of us. And they were not expecting it. We had a few laughs. We had a few jokes about betting if somehow I beat them all a second game so badly after first few lucky strikes at the beginning of the game, and then obviously I did win. But that's just to say that sometimes you get serendipity, and sometimes you win, and sometimes you lose terribly. You got possessed by a ghost of ancient bowling. Perhaps, perhaps. I don't actually know any specific bowling athletes. Because it is considered a sport, I guess. A weird, albeit weird sport. It is a sport nonetheless. I should do the line here, right? Because this is where I plan to have this large piece. Sort of like a ribbon. I can't quite tell what kind of hair piece this is. Can you even tell what this is? Feels like a ribbon of some sort, I guess. I guess you had to zoom in for that one. I feel like. So many folds on this. I feel based on the difficulty of this, I probably should just do shortcuts. And just not necessarily pay full attention to where the line is, and just do a basic representation of where the line is. Because I won't get it. I won't get the copy. But as long as I get the impression that it's somewhat similar, I'll be somewhat satisfied. As long as it doesn't look like a absolute junk. But again, these are all very messy lines to begin with, so I don't exactly expect much cohesion here. And there's just a lot of tiny little... And there's just a lot of junk here. The art still just make it difficult to differentiate. Also, I don't think it's a fold, but rather the line work in a smaller inside element. Oh, I see. Again, this is just a very rough sketch. I feel like I'm definitely over my depth of what I can do here. I thought, oh, maybe I can copy some of these lines. It will look similar, but no, this is not like the Picasso drawing I did earlier. This is a lot more complex in its sort of aspect. The artists here did a great job on being able to express themselves in very line-like piece. The hair, I can definitely tell where the hair starts and ends. Definitely tell that even though it's all lines and all, it's very similar. But I do like the line texturing. That's very interesting to see. That makes two of us. I cannot replicate this drawing. I can do a facsimile of it. As I said, I can do basically what it would be a cheap imitation copy of it. Copy that basically is like you took it through a machine and you're like, ah, yes. Can you try to draw this? And like, sure. And all it does is just basically remove all details from it. Oh, hi, DF. Oh, I guess I'll wait for a second. Hello, DF. Thank you for the raid. How was your Slay the Spire stream? I think that's the last thing you were doing. You can see me here doing a terrible rendition of this art. Hope the artist is not mad at me. So I need to lower this, right? This would have to be here. if I get rid of this? Now get rid of this face for this part of the drawing. Hello, hello. It went alright. Died, but alas. Well, that's generally what happens in Slay the Spire. How's it going? It's going okay. We're just trying to do... if you can see at the top part, you may have to like be full screen to see it. I think if you have it on the tiny little screen, you won't see much. But you can see me trying to draw this piece by... Again, I don't know who the artist is. Never actually told me. That's good, that's good. Did you get any art? You had any art inspiration today there, DF? I know that when we last talked about, you thought of maybe drawing something. Not sure if you ever got around to it. As you know, and to anybody else who joined, thank you for sticking by. I'm Wild. I am doing drawings all of November, just to get better at digital drawing. I suck at it. Feel free to criticize all you wish. I will take your criticism and try to improve. That's what I am. I like to improve upon myself. Because basically, if I'm not doing anything with my life, may as well improve it. May as well learn new techniques, learn new things. I feel like there's another one here. We can just make up a line. It's not like a big deal. This feels like it's not a hair. I don't know why. I'm okay, it's just sleepy, but I need to grab a couple of things from the store before I can go to sleep. Okay. You do get your rest as soon as you can there, dear. Probably been a long day for you as well. Nobody would blame you for having to do a raid and dash if you need to. We're just chilling here with some little doodles. I copy the best or worst of my ability. This drawing we see here in the little corner of the stream. Again, as I said, I can't quite tell how much of it you can see if you're not like fully tabbed in, but hopefully it's somewhat visible on how complex the line work is. Am I getting anywhere near that? No, no. Is it a disappointment in some cases? Perhaps, but we're just having a little bit of fun. Again, this is messy as hell. This line doesn't make sense. This line doesn't make sense. There's a little bit of hair here. No, draw that. And then from down here comes more hair. That is far too wide. We're gonna have an ad in about 3 minutes, so there's a warning for all of you. For all of you who are still watching. Or are listening, either way. Welcome to Wild ASMR, am I right? I don't know. I don't know if exactly my voice is one for that. I feel like it's a bit too raspy. I'm a bit too raspy. Oh my god. A lot of weird... I lost the focus of where this lines are because I'm now taking shortcuts. First I was not taking shortcuts, I was going to copy everything I saw, but now I don't care. Now I'm more like, yeah, just do whatever looks good. Whatever looks okay. But even that doesn't really work out for my style. Okay, well, there's that face. I noticed that you have freckles on. Put some freckles on. I have some freckles here. Oops. I guess that's not the face anymore. Because we don't know if this is hair or not, I'm gonna draw a little bit there to make it seem like there is an eye. This one definitely does not look accurate to what I was looking to do. Pick those lines over there. So any plans for the day there, chaps? Imagine if it's... I don't know exactly what time zone you're all in, but where I'm at, it's kind of morning. Most people would be working. Except for me, I'm not working. I guess I'm working. I'm working on this. But I do not work like you do. Looking at this, I would need to draw, but... oh, there comes the end. I feel like I could probably stretch this. Throw your egg. You found the bonus egg. You found the bonus. Thank you for the hat pants, dear. Very kind. Spin. I'm being chucked things too. I think you threw me some blueberries. Can't quite see what I'm being chucked at anymore because I'm looking at the draw and not what you chucked at me. But I'd say, Jeff, if you want to get to drawing, get to drawing. Just let your brain do the burr and don't worry too much about the details. But if you're trying to do a specific piece, then it's a little different, I imagine. Yeah, I don't think the scale of this is correct, but well. Welcome back for those in the ad. If you missed anything, I apologize. I don't know. How close do you think this is the resemblance? I don't think it's I don't think it's... I mean, I can definitely tell that the details in the hair have been lost completely. Because obviously, I cannot replicate that. The face is okay, but because the face is kind of simple. It's still not accurate, like the face is still not great. Probably can try to fix this eyebrow. Try to fix this eyebrow here. May not look the same, but still looks very nice. Thank you, you're too kind there, Will. Too kind. Appreciate it though. Take your compliments. Oh, drawing again out of the face layer. I guess at this point, if I remove the face, this is what it comes up with. We can start cleaning some of those lines, I guess. Lines that are now completely hidden. Because we technically don't actually see the skull, right? That's not a thing we actually see underneath all this crap. Is it not erasing fully because I don't have? Make it huge. Why is it not erasing? Is it because I'm... Because if I do it with my mouse, it does it fully, but because of the pressure I'm putting in it. Alright. let's try to fix this eyebrow. Let's fix them. Eyebrow shape would be nice. I need to figure. And it goes. Nope. Goes up and then out. I think it expands even more than that. Alright, well. Don't know if that's any better of an eyebrow, but we'll do it. Alright, so now we should try to finish off the lines on the sides, I guess. This one, I don't know how long. Oh, we should probably move back to the non-face layer. Lines feel like they're just, I don't know, extra. They don't necessarily feel like they add much more to it. They're just adding more lines for the line's sake. But who's to say? Maybe the artist was very inspired by the line work. I was like, aha, I'll keep making more lines. We're just gonna take a sledgehammer to these lines and, I don't know, not straighten them, but certainly do our best. Now, obviously the artist did lines in a row. I'm doing non-segmented lines. So like, the way that I'm sketching is that I do a line, a line, a line. But this artist did everything in one stroke for all of their lines, it seems like. Great skill to have. Not a skill I have right now, though. Even had a little fun over here, I see. We're doing some spirals. We can do spirals. There's actually no line on that corner. I have no idea what kind of line this is. So anybody got any art projects they're gonna be working on recently? Or have already worked on? But yeah, this hair is... There's nowhere near the top. Probably cut the canvas again. So if I crop. No, I just want you to crop the top, not the bottom. Crop a little more, I guess. Probably a little too much there. Sure, we'll We'll be happy with that. Too many, not enough hands. Nor time management, same. You're both stuck in the same rut. Maybe you should try to coordinate with each other. That way you can help each other. Try to figure out what you want to draw. So, I don't know. Are artists or people who focus heavily on the arts very... Where's my mouse? Very much not willing to help each other? I feel like that's not right. I feel like most of the time your artists tend to help, so just reach out for help, I guess. Or is it more of a just not a lack of inspiration, a lack of motivation? I believe that's what you've taught to me before there, Dia. Sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't want to. Sometimes you're just not sure. I feel like we have a lot of distractions in our life. Best to put them aside. Art kind of lets you unwind. Focus on something else that is not your own mind, I suppose. Ooh, that's a weird one. Some lines look better than others. It do be a struggle. I feel ya. I feel. Can't get that to look good if I want to. Feel like I do a lot. Maybe it's my style. Maybe I found my style. My style is basically just constantly doing smaller lines rather than one full line. Some more complexity on this line over here, this section. Well, it's certainly a difference. Let's copy this image, paste it.
Hey buddy, you look thirsty. Why don't you get hydrated?
I will take a drink, thank you, dear.
It's lengthening time!
What do you mean it doesn't exist? Oh, it doesn't let me wanna save. Yes. So now we have the art here. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna overlay on top of it. Also, it seems like it's. Well, I am stretching it. Let me do the stretches and the water in a second here. I mean, I don't know. It feels like it is inspired on it, right? I would say that it's definitely not exactly sure. Oh, you're still waiting to transform. Oh, Krita, don't crash on me, man. Alright, let's save this piece. We'll call it done. That's This one took about an hour. It took less time than the other one, but I imagine this is because I wasn't shading it. If I shade something and do coloring and do line work, it probably triples the amount of time. but I imagine this is true for any work. Doing the first pass or doing the first sketching is generally a lot easier. Alright, let me get some water. Thank you for the water, dear. Well, and I'll do some stretching in your honor. Oh. Do you two have bad posture whenever you do this? Oh. Well, thank you for stopping by. Very kind of you for all your advice. Hope you have a great day. See you around next time. If I don't, then do take care of yourself. Oh. Very kind. Alright, let's move on to the next thing we want to do. Close this one. Guess next one is an egg. We're doing an egg, everyone. Don't tell Idiot Box. He's gonna be so happy about his egg. Can we rotate this? We'll create this. We need to change the canvas. Who said my name? We're drawing an egg. We're shading an egg, I guess is better saying, because I don't know how much drawing is done in here. But I did say your name. I did say it. Resize can. Wait, is there no... There must be a way to just rotate. Yeah, there you go. Rotate. Okay. Here is our canvas. We're not doing any coloring today. Well, I mean, I guess this is considered coloring, but... So how does one make an egg? Cinema. Absolute cinema. Alright. How do people draw lines like this, I wonder? Should I just do it lightly? Do it like a slight... Do it little by little? So hard to see though. That's not an egg. That's not an egg at all. I'm sorry, Idiot Box. I can't make you egg. The donut from yesterday basically told me that I can't do curved lines at all. That's an almond. It's an almond. It's kind of like a rounder top. I don't know. What is the technique for this? What would somebody do if they want to make an egg? Do you take a tool? What if I just do like this? I'm gonna go around, draw an egg by just constantly doing this sort of shape motion. I feel like this egg is not very thick. Very thin egg. To get to the bottom, it's very hard to do. Now, generally I'm not one for tracing, but mostly because I don't know how to draw this. Gonna copy this image. Gonna download this image, yes. That's not the image I downloaded. Copy. There's an egg. We have achieved egg status. Now it's okay. Lower the opacity. Let's try to line it. Alright, DF. You have a good time at the store. Thank you for the raid. You take care. May you get what you need before it gets too late for you. I'll be drawing just for a little, well actually for half an hour longer, and then call it a day as usual. And come back to it again, once again tomorrow. You take care, friend. This last part sucks. Can't do under. This part cannot do well. Maybe I can rotate them. We rotate again. Maybe that's how artists do it. Rotate the canvas around. Nope, I missed that. Okay, we got an egg. Now we wish to shade this egg. However, before we shade this egg, we must create a better line of this egg. I don't. Now we're gonna really zoom in. Clean up this line. Maybe I zoomed in too much. Yeah, we need to switch the tool. No longer is this. This is too thick though. Need something smaller. Line probably is still too thick. And how do people make one full motion? Have an ad in about 5 minutes. Beware. I feel like I'm much better at doing upward motion than lower motion. I don't know. Issues that I have is that I just like drawing I like drawing in a way that basically just involves using a lot of line work, because as soon as I start, I don't know if it's maybe the workstation that I'm at or an issue with my coordination. Maybe it's a skill, I guess. Could be something that we get better the more we practice. But you can see there that I can't do this line. As soon as I go down, my wrist says nope. Have any tips on that? Let me know. Otherwise, do that, I guess. Make the egg a little weird, but really not weirder than it already is. I'm a little frustrated by my own line work. I said I do much better when I do small lines rather than a big continuous line. Maybe it's traveling sideways. When we're traveling backwards, it's my problem. Right to left, easy. Left to right, not as easy. Well, I forget that I have a property in digital art is I can delete. So what I'm gonna do is, because I cannot do one straight line, I'm gonna do a lot of tiny lines. Okay, but I actually have to make the line. All of this to draw a simple egg, huh? We're not even doing the part that matters, which is the shading. Okay, well, there's our egg. Whoops. Now let's clean up those lines. Probably a bit too big, buddy. Come back from the ad, everyone. We just finished outlining an egg. Whoop-de-doo. That. Where's that? No ads, please. No ad. No spamming in my chats. I don't know why people like to spam. So what I'll do there is just fix those tiny bits. That's not even connected. Alright, well, let's go back to fixing these. Egg is a little cracked, yeah. Sure is, Idiot Box, it sure is. That's what you get when you get a second-hand egg over here. Be more careful where you get these eggs. You never know where they come from. They may not even be chicken eggs. This line just wrong. Alright, well. There is the approximation of an egg. I'll say that. Now we definitely do need the image again. We can probably lower the... I mean, to be honest, we can basically make that this layer disappears once we're done with it. What we'll do now is shading. So it is basically a circle. This layer is no longer relevant. So now it's a lot of whites. So let's take this white. I selected a layer that doesn't this. Just want to select that white and grab it. But I probably also want to select this one so that way we have a different color. Sure, let's paint this first. Paint bucket tool. Not that one. How are you selecting it? Maybe we can't paint the background because it's locked. I cannot tell if that has changed the color at all. I feel like it did not. Because it's all white. It's all a shade of white, so... I'm gonna color this red. I'm gonna color it red. That is... oh, it's erasing. That why I was not doing any color. And now it definitely feels like there's something. Now obviously there's a lot of luminosity from here to there. We could do a gradient. Probably be the easiest way to do it. Why is this gradient not doing it? That does work. So we have this color which is already selected. Which is going to be this one. The bottom color, or switch the color, to be this one. Now, in this gradient, we now Raw. Wrong way. I'll have this very basic way of turning the color from one side to the other. Here's our egg. Background is set. Now we must draw. Or we must shade, I guess. The first thing I want to do is actually I want to select this color, then make another layer, then we will select the egg, then we will paint. And we have an egg. The egg is very white. That is fine. Also, the egg does not actually conform to our egg shape. But suppose that's the mistakes we made when we drew this egg. Now, I'm going to slowly start graying this egg. Then gray it again. Did this yesterday, but good to remember how I did it, because I did it with people helping me, but it's better if I do it by myself. Let's grab as it goes along. The darkest it ever gets is about there. There's a few spots where it's darker. We'll start with this one. And we'll get to shading. We do want to put the line ahead so we know if we're going away from it. Getting a text and a call. Can't be right. Well, there's the egg. Darken it a bit. Darken it a little more. Wait, I'm doing this on the same layer. Make a new layer. Take this color, darken it. of that layer. Darken it a little smidge. Another layer. Put it under. Then another layer. Another little smidge. This will be the last of the shading. A lot of gray, I'll say that. Cool, now we'll do the reverse, which is to shade backward. Take this color, and now we're lighting it. Does that feel like it's lighter? Another one. Put it here. And we do a little lighter. It's kind of hard to pick anything now. Hope you like your eggs well shaded. I don't know if you can even see what I'm doing at this point. I don't know if there's enough color definition in Twitch. And the final pass. Here is our shading. Now, I've been told to make it more expert-like, we take this tool, change the opacity, and we're gonna go down the layers. This is the bottom layer, right? Oh, that's this layer. Now this is I feel like the first one is very yellow, but I don't know. Does it match the egg? I don't think it does. I think it's sort of different kind of shading altogether. Let's group them all though. Bit of white still showing here. painted over this? Oh, I did. That's not great. That's not great at all. A little bit of spotting there. Over there too. I feel like I need to actually draw it, right? And then I can change it. I can't change the swab the other spot. Actually, I need to extend the line further. Oops. So it doesn't show it up. Okay. Now, I'm gonna group these layers. I'm gonna group them so I can start editing them all at once. Need to basically clean up. We gotta clean up. That's not gonna clean up anything. If I duplicate them, then I'll merge it. Then it should be. We're doing this so, whoops. We're doing this so I can not have to have an outline. Completely remove the outline of this egg. We'll have one more little ad break in about 5 minutes, and then after that, it'll be the end of today's drawing. All we got to do today is an egg and some lines. Tomorrow, I think we get to do something fun. We get to do a character. So much color definition to make this gray egg. To be honest, if I ever make eggs, if I ever make another shape, it's definitely not going to be a white shape only. I feel like that's hell on my sight. Trying to discern these colors, gray from white to basically eggshell, is hell on vision for that. I don't even know if it looks like I'm doing anything. I mean, I can see a little bit of coloration, but like, when you see a color that basically just matches white for long enough, it just kind of blinds you. Okay. There's the egg, without outline. Now, we want to draw now we want to copy this shading. It's kind of uniform, maybe a little darker on the edge. Now we're gonna draw the shape. So, because it is opaque, we actually don't want to lower the opacity. That's what this sort of shaded me. Then we need to get a darker color. Make another. I think my shading tool. Then we need one final one. Well, it's not great. I think I still need to make more shading for that angle. I need to switch back. Come back from the ad. We're almost done here. And the little last pieces. You can see here we've merged the shadows using this sort of blurring tool. And we've got a blur. Maybe what I'll do is take this one. Just spread it all around here. So the center of the shadow is darker than the edges of the shadow. Then switch it back. I feel like it should start from here. Alright, well, there's our egg. It's a shading practice anyway. Doing the best we can with it. Go ahead and save it. And that's going to be all for today. It's definitely a little worse than yesterday's, but yesterday we spent 2 hours on it. This time we spent about maybe 20 minutes, 30, 40 minutes on an egg. 3 egg. Okay, well, today we spent some time working on this face and on this shading of this egg. Tomorrow, I don't know what we'll do. Probably make a character or something, I don't know. Just gonna be more of the same. Just trying the best I can to try to figure out what we want to do. Thanks for everybody who stopped by. Very kind. Let me just quickly move things out of the way. Don't need our tablet anymore. I saved both files, yeah. Okay, well, let's go to the end screen. As I go, oh no, don't need the tablet. As I go away into more art tomorrow. Again, this is a learning experience. I don't expect much, but we'll do the best we can. See y'all next time. Don't forget to stay wild and do your dreams. Do your dreams. Just do them all. Do the best you can. Sometimes you do all pretty bad, but that's okay. Because you just gotta learn. You just gotta learn how to do things. So stay wild. Be cool, because you are. I think. Are you cool? Are you cool? Yeah, you're cool. See y'all next time. However, I guess next time will be later today when I play a game. Because I guess we still do have regular streams. I'm gonna take a break. See you all until then. And see you again tomorrow for more art if that's what you're into. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.